For those of you who are tuning in, this is Randy. You can reach me at 516-282-2812. If you're coming in just to see the upgrade to the UVC platform, you've clicked on the right module. There's another module in here that you'll see that is around the life-size software bundles that have just come out. Spring Steinbeck will be talking about those. If you have any questions about the content or how you get to those, Alex Vodich is our marketing director, and she's here. And then in a different module, we're going to be coming in and talking about UVC Manager, and Brian Caparici, our awesome SE, is going to be talking about those. But what you've specifically asked me to do today is to talk a little bit about the UVC platform and how to do upgrades on that. So I'm going to focus this quick little module on the best practices around upgrades in this platform. And so for those of you tuning in on a mobile device, I'm going to suppress my camera and change that to content so that you can toggle your layouts and get more content and less me. And who wouldn't want more content? First off, I'm at my video center deployment, our hosted service, which actually sits on the platform. And for those of you who may be new to the life-size portfolio, you have to remember that the platform is really the chassis, and the services or the things that you see as an end user, be it the bridge or ClearSea or Manager or Video Center, are the modules or the software that sit in that chassis or on that module. And a metaphor I've heard is a really solid base to stand on with four awesome legs. And so one leg would be the multi-point infrastructure, the other being the ClearSea infrastructure. Manager as software, and then what you're viewing now, Video Center, is another part of that infrastructure. Some of the other things you've heard about in the platform, be it access or transit, are becoming functionalities of ClearSea, and Spring will talk a little bit more about that. But I end up by getting my software downloads from lifesize.com, and I need to know my unit's serial number. So first off, you should familiarize yourself with the Lifesize webpage, and then under Partner, under the main page, you go to Support, and then Software Download. We encourage you all to have your own unique login, and if we set up your infrastructure, we likely took your IT email alias and created a login under that. And the reason in doing so is that when there are updates to software, they will let people know through this registration that a new release has come out. You'll get messages, obviously, from Alex, but ultimately we encourage you to come here. So within this page, at the download for Lifesize, I need my serial number in order to get the latest build. The great thing about the UVC platform is that if I'm looking to download an update for Video Center, the build that I get from the software download actually updates everything else to the latest. What you want to do then is plan for that as an event in your organization. So if I'm going to update Video Center, I know no one's using it. I want to make a choice about whether or not I do that upgrade and take other services out of play. So these for us are typically done after hours. So before I go into this, I'm going to pause for a moment and see if, as I go into this, if there's anything that's come in on chat for Alex, or if there's any comments before I go into the logistics of opening a ticket and doing a software upgrade, fitting into this module, and then I'll hand it off to Spring. So Alex, anything on the logistics that have come in?
Not yet, but just a reminder that everybody can use the live chat or shoot me an email.
Great. If you're watching this later, you can add comments instead of live chat, but absolutely, if you have anything now, go ahead and add it. So, great. I had already logged in, but what I need before I can pull a software download is my license. And so I pull those licenses down at the platform side of this. If I log out, which I'll go ahead and do, notice that the UVC platform header has gone away. And so if you're not seeing this orange bar at the top of your screen, you are likely not authorized to see the platform, or there's another login. Once you're at the platform level, you've got a tab that gives you your licenses. And much like at the endpoint, you can pull those licenses. You can also do an export and a download if you want. But for today, I'll stay on target, pull this license, copy it. I had actually already registered that on my own dashboard, so in the list of all of these products, there it is. I already had that unit in my dashboard, and what I had done is I added it to the serial number section here, But in most cases, you'll log in, you'll paste the serial number, and you'll get information, and then you'll find out that there is an upgrade. Obviously, you probably already know your current version, and you know that you're going to do an upgrade, and so you pull down the latest file to do an upgrade. And again, this file, which this is the Video Center file, includes all of the upgrades for the rest of the platform. So if I'm pulling a manager upgrade, I'm also by default doing a Video Center upgrade. So you want to make sure that if you're using multiple products that you plan for that event across all products. So then, once I have the file, I navigate to the platform, go to Operations and Maintenance, and here's where I can verify what version I'm currently on across the platform. In the next release, again, some of these products have gone away as features to ClearC, and so this will clean up a bit. But much like at the endpoint, you choose Update, you browse to the file, and you upload. But then, much like on the endpoint, you think, oh, how might I impact my end users? And so you can go into the system and put it into a maintenance mode, which is typically what we would recommend you do. So if you want to not, and I'm just going to glance around to see if anyone's looking at videos. If I go to Video Center, go to Administer, Operations and Maintenance, I could send this device into a maintenance mode so that I know I'm not, across my organization, I'm not going to impact end users that are either trying to view this, do this, record videos, or retrieve content as I'm about to do an upgrade. So much like sort of figuring out on your endpoint if you've backed it up, you want to do the same thing about whether or not you're going to impact your end users. And each of these devices, each of these services within the platform have their own place to back it up. We do a kind of recurring backup at the VMware level, so when we do our updates, we don't typically go into each product and back that up because we're backing this up at the infrastructure level. So back to the platform, over to Operations and Maintenance, over to Update. Again, because we're live, I'm not going to do it. It would map to the file, load the file, tell me where I am and where I'm going, and ask me to confirm. So unlike the endpoint, it's a two-step confirmation. Find the file, load it, compare the file to the builds, and then confirm whether or not you want to go. Again, the question for today, and then Alex, this is the 2-minute warning towards the transition, was, okay, so I'm on the UVC platform. How do I update the platform? Quick recap. First off, you want to go to lifesize.com and register for your software download. Once you're at lifesize.com, you can log in and pull the release that's latest for your platform and where your devices or your infrastructure pieces are on maintenance. Once you have that file, navigate to the device. At the endpoint, we're going to do that by its IP address. At the platform level, we're going to have to log in first so that we get this orange bar, and we go to the platform, Operations and Maintenance, decide whether or not we want to enter a maintenance mode, whether or not we want to do a backup, navigate to the file, check the versions, and then confirm, and enjoy your feature upgrades. So we will do these on your behalf if you open a ticket with us. And so when you do open a ticket, we request that you also copy support at Lifesize. So to open a ticket with Perfect Video Conferencing, you email support@perfectvc.com. Always include your serial number, a description of the issue that's open, time of date you can be reached, the best contact. If you are copying Lifesize, be sure to indicate who an after-hours contact might be, because they actually follow a wider schedule than we do. So that's essentially the nature of why we love working with Lifesize. Is sometimes if we can't get to you, they do. These kind of upgrades are really customer responsibility, not Lifesize responsibility. So if you are going to copy them, make sure it's something around functionality of something being broken or something you just can't figure out by reading the manual. Alex, I'm going to wrap up, and I don't know if there's anything that's come in on the